Hello, lovelies. This is 5 Minute Manifesting, and I'm your host, Lovey Brown. Thank you so much for listening. I am thrilled that you're here. Today, I want to give you an assignment. It's not an assignment that you have to do. It's not even something that, I don't know how it affects your manifesting, but I know that it's something that I do that manifests for me. Like, I can't explain why. I don't exactly know the mechanism behind it. All I know is that this has worked for me countless times since I was a child. And I call it my current desires list. And so, just somewhere in my journal or in a notebook or in my planner, I make what I call my current desires list. And I just occasionally I do this and I get down all of my thoughts about anything that I even have an inkling of maybe wanting. And I remember, I just write everything down. Any tiniest of desires to the grandest of desires. I just make this list and I usually honestly forget about them. I just close my journal, I move on with my day, I live my life. And occasionally, when I'm flipping back through, I will find one. And 100% of the time, most of the things on all of those lists will have manifested in my life. And it's something I've done for a really long time. And I know that it's just worked for me countless times, even before I knew about manifesting. This is just something I enjoyed doing. So it's a focus method that I really just super enjoyed, that I came to me naturally, even as a young teenager and a young person. And I would just make these lists. And I'm particularly thinking about one list that I had. I don't even remember all the things that were on it. I think some pearls were on it. I think a twin set was on it. A twin set is like a cardigan and a top under the cardigan that they match each other. Um, I don't know what else was on it. But I remember finding that list approximately a year after I had written it and being just like, oh, wait, when I discovered that this worked, that it wasn't the first time I had done it, but it was the first time I put together the pattern of when I make these lists, I get all of these things. And it's not that I get all of the things immediately after I make the list, but usually by the next time the list comes to my attention, I have manifested everything on the list. And this list with the pearls and the twin set that I made, this was years ago, was the first time I noticed that these lists that I would make, that I would just get the stuff. The things would come into my life. And so I really want to encourage you to try this. You can call it a technique, you can call it a method, you can just call it an activity that's really enjoyable. But I want you to just make this list, be as broad and as specific as you want to be on this list. And then you kind of just put it aside. And that doesn't mean that you stop doing your other focusing and your other manifesting work. It just means that you're making a list of like literally every desire that you can think of in the moment that you're making the list. And then you're putting it aside. You're moving on with your life. And if your life includes manifesting techniques, that's absolutely fine. Keep doing those. And then at some point you will happen upon this list again. And when you do, I hope that all of the things have manifested in the way that they do for me. And so with that, may you manifest exactly what you want.